abash, abash, to make ashamed, to make ashamed, to embarrass. Mary felt abashed by her inability to remember her lines. Abash. She felt abashed. To do something without shame or embarrassment is to do it unabashedly. Unabashedly. Abashedly. Abashedly. Abate. Abate. To subside. To reduce. Abate. To subside. To reduce. Abate. George spilled a pot of hot coffee on his leg. It hurt quite a bit. Then, gradually, the agony abated. Abated. Bad weather abates when good weather begins to return. Bad weather abates. A rainstorm that does not let up continues unabated. Unabated. A tax abatement is a reduction in taxes. Abdicate. Abdicate. To step down from a position of power or responsibility. The King of England turned in his crown and abdicated. Even people who aren't monarchs can abdicate their duties and responsibilities. Mary abdicated her responsibilities as a secretary. Abdicated her responsibilities. To step down from a position of power or responsibility. Aberration. Aberration. Something not typical. A deviation from the standard. Deviation. Aberration. Mary's bad behavior was an aberration. Mary is usually good. The chef at this restaurant is dreadful. The good meal we just had was an aberration. A snowstorm in June is an aberration. Snow doesn't normally fall in June. An aberration is an aberrant occurrence. Aberrant. Mary's behavior was aberrant. The summer snowstorm was aberrant. Abhor. To hate very, very much. To detest. Detest. To abhor raw chicken is to have an abhorrence of them, or to find them abhorrent. Abject. Hopeless. Extremely sad and servile. 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 Defeated. Abject. Hopeless. Perhaps 90% of this time, when you encounter this word, it'll be followed by the word poverty. Abject poverty is hopeless, desperate poverty. Abject poverty. Abnegate. Abnegate. To deny oneself things, to reject, to renounce. People practice self-abnegation, 자기 희생, self-abnegation because they believe it'll bring them closer to spiritual purity. Self-abnegation is giving up oneself, usually for some higher cause. Abortive, unsuccessful. They made an abortive effort to bake a cake. Unsuccessful. His attempt was abortive. To abort something is to end it before it's completed. Abridge, to shorten, to condense. An abridgment is a shortened or condensed work. Abridge, to shorten, to condense. Absolute, total, unlimited. Absolute is also a noun. It means something that is total, unlimited, or perfect. Death for living things is an absolute. Absolve, to forgive or free from blame, to free from sin, to free from obligation. Absolve, to forgive. The priest absolved the sinner. Tom's admission of guilt absolved Mary. It is also possible to absolve someone of a responsibility. Jake absolved Mary of her obligation to go to the prom with him. The act of absolving is called absolution. Absolve, to forgive. Abash is embarrass. Abate, subside. Abdicate, to step down from power. Aberration. What's it? Aberration. Deviation. Abhor, to detest. Abject, hopeless. Abject, poverty. Abnegate, to renounce. Self-abnegation. Abortive, unsuccessful. Abridge, to shorten. Absolute, total. Absolve, forgive.